What is up, boys and girls? This is Dan again with my 18 STI, and I'm recording this video to tell you guys these cars are at an all-time high, used and new. So, as always, nothing's changed. I still have it, and that's because everything's been perfectly fine. I've had no issues. I've finally hit 3 years of ownership since new, or 20,000 miles, and although it's still in its early stages of life, 3 years is a good amount of time. I've been driving through all seasons and I've had no issues whatsoever. Reliability's been great. I haven't had to replace anything major. I haven't had any recalls, just did basic maintenance, oil changes. I haven't brought it to the dealership, thankfully, because I've been able to do everything myself, and ultimately it's been a great experience with really no issues whatsoever. And I wanted to let you guys know that these cars and other cars in similar categories like Type Rs, obviously STIs, WRXs, Focus RSs, Golf Rs, even some GTIs, that turbo stick all-wheel drive or even front-wheel drive genre of car is at an all-time high, used and new, especially this car. And we got to think, why is that? When you factor in everything that's happened with COVID and the backlog of parts and manufacturing processes and people literally not wanting to work or still being on assistance and pandemic relief, a lot of places don't have workers for receiving, shipping, manufacturing, everything that is needed to make a new car or to produce it. So everything's halted. I work in a parts department, and I will tell you, because we do Subaru, Chrysler, Alfa Romeo, Ford, Volvo, and others, I will tell you most manufacturers have a huge back order on most parts. So we deal a lot with body shops, and I'll get a big order of say 20-30 parts. Half of those parts we have to order, and maybe a quarter of those parts are 1 to 2 days away, and the rest are a week away, 3 to 5 days on average, or some are back ordered. We don't even know when. They don't even give us an ETA. And that's the trickle down effect. So that the manufacturing process got backed up, and it's not only parts to repair other cars, it's parts for new cars. It's just manufacturing in general, and people having enough manpower to ship out parts and just create new things. So with that, prices naturally go up despite it being used or new. So this car I got for $36,500 in 2019, brand new, which is a pretty good deal. These were going for about 40. I saved a couple thousand. And although it is a base, so I don't have the power seats and the blind spot assistance and the sunroof, I still love it. I didn't need the extra amenities, and I still got a good deal. But currently, these cars with this much mileage are averaging about like 37 to 40 grand in New York. Maybe a little less, but ultimately the cheapest ones I could find were about 36, and like I said, upwards of 40. So if I were to sell this right now, I could almost break even. It would be a total wash. And that's not bad for a car that I've had for 3 years and put 20,000 miles on, to sell it and pretty much break even and move on to the next thing. Now, I bring this up because one of my good friends owns a local body shop, and he was looking into these new. And he was like, Dan, you know what? I really wanted a new STI, but number one, they're hard to find, and number two, the few dealerships that had them wanted almost 10 grand above MSRP. So almost 50 G's for a new STI. That's hard to justify, despite it being a great car. It's a lot of money. So for shits and giggles, I was like, you know what? Would you want to buy my car? And he goes, honestly, I wouldn't want to buy anybody else's. I know how well you maintain it. I know you wax it. I know you keep it clean. I know you change your oil. I know you take care of it. I know you. So I know the history of your car. And if you guys watch my other videos, I had a slight accident. Nothing major, it was just some cosmetic damage on the side from some lady getting too close to me. He was actually the one who fixed it, so he literally knows the history of the car and where it's been and what had to be replaced, and he still wants to buy this exact car. And we pretty much in the same ballpark of where it needs to be. And with that being said, I could almost break even on a car that I've owned for this long, pay off the remaining debt I owe on it, which is only $8,000, and then move on to the next thing and have no debts. So I'm kind of at a crossroads. The point of this video is to inform you guys that if you're going to sell, now's really the time. But if you're going to move on to something else, chances are that something else is also going to be above normal market value. There's always exceptions, however. And although I love this car, you know, I don't mind changing it up. I like having a variety of things, and the practicality in this car is amazing, but there's other cars out there. But on the same token, there's not a lot that stick shift and faster than this for a reasonable price. When you think of what's out there, unmodified stock, you're not going to get much that's that much quicker. Cars in this price range, or the price range I'd be looking to spend to clear my debt, around like mid-20s, maybe a GTI, but that's going to be slower unless it's modified. And I'm at the point in my life now where I don't really want to be modding my cars like that, tuning them. I'm at the point in my life where I should be saving for a home. Maybe a kid will be in the near future, and I want the reliability of a stock car and not having to modify it extensively. So there's not a lot of options in my price range that are stick and that are faster than this. So I was looking at things like Audi S4s and S5s, but to find a clean one with low mileage that's stick and in my price range, it's very hard. There's just not a lot out there. I was looking into even Civic Type Rs, but to find one used with relatively low mileage in New York, they're like mid-30s. And then at that point, I may as well just keep this car because I'm going backwards. I'd sell this, have like say 25,000 left over after the car's paid off, and then to get a used Type R, you know, with 20,000 miles, and then owe more money, it just doesn't make sense. So I was looking around, and I actually found a Camaro SS that has like no mileage. It's garage kept. I think it's got 12,000 mileage, and it's a friend of the guy who wants to purchase this car. And the thing's a complete like garage queen, like brand new. It's already has everything I would do to it, from coilovers to rims to exhaust. But the important parts are stock, like the motor, the car itself, like maybe a few exterior mods, but you know, just some basic bolt-ons, the things we would do to our cars without making them extensively modified. So now I'm thinking, I'm like, what if I sold this, paid it off, got something like that comes with 430 horsepower, is stick, has all the mods already done, and then cleared my debt? So this is where I stand. I don't know about you guys, but I love my car. I could easily keep it, just pay it off over the next year and enjoy it, and still have a low mileage STI with no debts. Or I could sell it while it's at its highest and move on to something new and clear my debts, and then have another fast car. There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of things to consider, such as practicality. I will tell you that this is the ultimate overall package, because you have the practicality of 4 doors, all-wheel drive, space in the rear, space in the trunk. It's just decent gas mileage. It's just such a well-rounded car. And sure, it could be a little quicker. Sure, it could have slightly better gas mileage, things like that, but this is the perfect package for somebody that needs to put people in the back, or even maybe as a kid, just wants a sporty, not overly heavy, good handling, decently fast, all-around sports car. And that's why I love this car. And if I got something like a Camaro, I have things to consider. Like, what if we get a bad winter? Then I need a beater. Do I really want to be driving a 4,000 pound SS stick, 400 and change horsepower in the snow? I'd be better off riding a bicycle. So this is all food for thought. But there's many things to consider, like finances. And if you're somebody like me who has this car, I'm telling you right now, look at the market. I guarantee you could get back most of what you paid, and you can move on to the next thing, or you could keep it. But right now, like I said, because everything is backed up, they're going to be at an all-time high for a while, used and new, until things settle down. But being somebody who's in the business and being somebody who's experienced COVID firsthand, I could tell you that it's, people seem better, but things are still affected pretty drastically, and that's going to last a while. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know where you stand. Would you keep your STI, or would you spice it up and make it change and try to get into something else? I love the car. It's by far one of my favorites. All around, well-rounded beast of a car. Zero reliability issues. But then again, I didn't tune my car. I don't beat on it. I maintain it. I did the basic mods such as coilovers, rims, NVIDIA R400 exhaust. And I don't have to worry about staring at an access port and worrying about my feedback knock or any other parameters that might throw something off, because it's stock and it's under warranty, and I just enjoy it, and I got the peace of mind. So we'll see what happens. I will let you guys know, but this is your food for thought for the week, and